Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer is a Lifestyle. So today I wanted to share with everyone my word for 2020. Now I got this idea from watching Danielle from Take Care Mama. And she actually chose, instead of doing resolutions and things like that and goals, she kind of just chooses a word and that will kind of emphasize her whole year of what she wanted to work on. I did something similar this past year, where I chose the word aggressiveness and that I wanted to attack my goal aggressively this year, and I did. And in fact, in the last several years, I've been very goal oriented in taking care of a lot of things that I've let go of, completing a lot of the issues that like I said, I'm a great procrastinator. I've also started to kind of prepare for the future and kind of just turned my life around to, what I should have been doing many years ago. So, since I've been attacking this kind of vigorously in the last couple of years, I decided that this following year, I almost did not even have a goal at all because I thought that I needed a break from all of that and just kind of unwind. But then I thought to myself, I have a lot of things that I'm involved in. I have my chronic illness group. I have my blog that I write. I have my ministry that I crochet and donate to. And then I have my YouTube channel here. And then let's not forget my life. So I thought that I would choose one thing from every group and work on that. So I've decided, so I'm going to go down the list of what I hope to achieve from every single group, okay? So first of all, let's start with my chronic illness group. Now, I rarely mention my chronic illness group here on this channel, mostly because I don't really talk about it that much because it's a private group and it's by request or invite, mostly because I want the ladies to feel comfortable in sharing um, about their life or about their illness or whatever they're going through. I don't want it to be public. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. So I rarely, talk about that chronic illness group. But I'm going to tell you what I have decided, and some of the ladies, I always ask, does anybody want to join in a group? This year, I wanted to focus on one health issue. I wanted us to choose a health goal. And my health goal happens to be is my blood pressure. Now, I have had excellent blood pressure all of my life. And even though I've had cancer 4 times, I've always had, even through treatments, I've had excellent blood pressure. I've never had an issue until the last maybe 2 years. I've noticed that my blood pressure, every time I go to the doctor, it has risen up a little bit higher. And then I come back again in 6 months, it's risen up again a little bit higher. Now, my doctors are not at all concerned about that because, like I said, I have a history of excellent blood pressure. But I'm concerned about that because that's something I've never had an issue with. And I know that I've had a very stressful year and I've been under a lot of pressure. And I know that I've been freaking out, and I tend to do that. I totally been worrying and stressing out all year long about finally getting a lot of this stuff done. If you haven't watched my previous video of my Sunday Ramble, I talk about this a lot, and where I do my successes and failures, and that will kind of explain why I have been so stressed out. So, excuse me. So I have decided that I am going to try to do whatever I can to kind of lower and bring myself back down. And I know that it is just the stress levels. It's just the fact that I have been so worried and so stressed out over all these issues, and where you don't sleep, where you can't even function, you're just so upset. So I know that that has a lot to do with it. So I intend to, actually, I'm going to, the ladies and I were going to start a journal, or whoever, if you don't want to have a journal, you can write on paper, or just in your memory. Not everybody likes to do journals. But we're going to kind of catch up every week on Sunday and kind of where we at in our goal. towards that. So I am going to actually start keeping a journal, and I am actually going to implement a few ideas and share it with the ladies in ways that we can improve our whatever our health issue may be. So my health issue goal will be to lower my blood pressure back to where it was, where I've had it before. And but again, I want to stress that I do not have a high blood pressure issue. It's just I don't like the numbers that I'm seeing when I'm going lately, and I want to get back to where I was. Now for the ministry, I really had a hard time coming up with a goal for what to do this year. I really, like I've said many times before, the ministry just kind of just always runs itself. Even though I spend a lot of all the things I do that I mention here, I spend a lot more time in with the ministry than I do with any other part, any other area or extracurricular, you know, activity in my life. The ministry just takes a lot of my time, but everything just kind of just there's I don't know how to improve it. I just feel like everything is just running so smoothly with it, and I've never had a hiccup with it. Um, if anything, maybe I would worry about yarn, not having enough yarn for my donations, but not this year. I never really stress. I always have just enough. I may not have a lot, but I have just enough to get me through. So I had a really hard time concentrating on what I wanted to set as a goal for my ministry. Now I do have something, and it may be insignificant and to a lot of people, but I really would like to do something about the organizing of my yarn, or just having a place to put it somewhere other than like up against the wall in my room. Um, I've not had a bedroom for like years. It's always just been a bedroom slash craft room slash office slash drop it off area for everything. And when I painted this room earlier in the year, I really wanted to kind of get a platform bed and take all these bins and put them underneath the bed. That was my whole, to kind of get them out of the way. And I think I still really want to come up with some kind of a better um, organization where, or a place, a spot, even a walk-in closet. I will take it. But I just have not been able to implement anything. So my room is always looking just like a huge tsunami has hit it. And it's all good because that means I have yarn to crochet. It means that I have boxes of, like, if you I don't show you my floor, I have boxes that I'm all over my bed that I'm packing up and with stuff. That means I'm going to have deliveries for organization. It's a good thing. All this chaos is a good thing. That means I have things. I have things to mail out. I have things to work on, to donate. But I would just, it just does not resemble a bedroom. I've not had a bedroom for years, and I would like to really work on that this year. I don't know what would happen. I basically have a day bed here. Also because I chose to have a day bed in my bedroom because to save on room so I can put all this other stuff in it. But I would so much better like to have someone come, move this big wrought iron thing, get my platform bed, put it underneath all these bins. That would be ideal for me. But that, I'm getting carried away. But that is about the only thing that I wish um, that I had, that I could do. That's going to be my goal for the ministry this year, is to finally find some kind of a organization that works really well. Okay, and also on that point, I can't even display my yarn the way I want to display it because I don't have the room for it. This is not our permanent home. So it's like everything is just really just a mess. And if I could just organize that better, that would be awesome. So let's go to my blog, my writing blog. Out of all the things I'm involved in, my writing blog has been with me the longest. I've wrote this blog in 2011. It's been with me. It is so therapeutic for me. I've never realized that I enjoyed writing as much as I did. I get lost, or I used to get so lost in what I was writing, I would forget that there is actually an audience out there that will read this. And when I would encounter people that I knew, like my friends, my coworkers, my people on social media, and they would comment on anything I'm writing, I would get taken aback because I would forget that there are people actually reading this. But it's always been so therapeutic for me and for my cancer through my journey to write. This year I was unable, I lost my mojo, guys. I just could not. I had writer's block so bad. I lost readers. I lost subscribers on my blog because, if you don't post anything, nobody's going to come and read it, right? So my goal for this year, I really, really want to devote my time to writing. I want to find whatever it is that I'm lacking. And I think that probably the major problem with this is that I don't have a set aside time where I sit down and I just write. Writing is really funny because you need some place where you can sit down. Now, it doesn't matter to me if it's loud or quiet or anything. I can focus on what I'm doing. But the minute I get interrupted, that idea, that thought that I was writing is gone. That opportunity erases. So I could come back half an hour later and I can't. I lost that train of thought. I've lost that whole paragraph or that whole page that I was writing. So writing is really funky like that, where you need a specific time to set aside, where you're sitting down, where you're not being interrupted, where you have nothing else going on, where you can just write and let it flow out of you. And that's something I just do not have. And I think that's why it just suffered a lot this year. So for my blog, I really want to get my mojo back. I want to get my muse back. I want to start writing and I think that will also benefit my stress levels, where I want to lower that. Okay, so another thing is my YouTube channel. Probably of the most problematic, can't even talk, or where I struggled or where it's been challenging happens to be the YouTube channel. I am not a techno person, you guys, and I think this is why when I decided to come onto YouTube with my life or with, my journey, I did not, I struggled. I struggled with technology. I struggled with uploading, doing videos, lighting. This is a continuous thing I'm dealing with. And so I think the goal, since I just feel, believe me, many times I've wanted to just leave and just quit. But now I feel like I put in a whole year. And I've done a lot of videos, you guys. I've done, especially in the beginning, I did so many cancer related videos. If you guys ever went back in when I first began the earlier videos, I did a lot about cancer. I did a lot about nausea, chemotherapy, radiation, the port, infections, things like that, gifts to give to your cancer patients. And I mean, I just went and like did everything about cancer, where I think I exhausted it. But anyway, my goal for this year is to really improve on my technology. I want to do better quality videos. I want to get a better camera, get some better lighting, maybe learn different angles, learn how to edit more, put up some cute little things up here, where like people do. I want to learn all that. And that is going to be a huge, huge challenge for me because I am not technology gifted. And also my final personal goal for myself that I would like to do is I really do not want to have anything stressful. I want for my personal life, I really thought long and hard, what would I want? If I had a word to describe what I wanted this year, what would I have? And I've decided I want the word relaxation. Now, that may sound so crazy to a lot of you, but I have been going nonstop for the last several years. I am such a goal-oriented person. I make lists. I analyze. I keep, you know, I have a journal for every part of my life. I'm telling you, I have so many things. I just plan. I'm a planner. I like to, look at something. I analyze everything to death. So I want to really, but I don't, and I multitask. I do multitasking, okay? Like right now, my soup is heating up, and on an average day, there would be laundry that's being done, and I got one screen going here. I'm talking to you, and I'm downloading something else on another screen. I am like, and then I have, I'm crocheting. I love to multitask. I do not know how to sit down and just watch a show or just watch a movie without doing anything. I don't know how to do that. I crochet and watch a movie. I go to the doctor, I crochet, or I read a book, or I'm on my, making notes or something. I do not know how to just sit and relax. I am so goal oriented all the time that even when we would meet with my ministry ladies, and we would meet once a month, and I set aside from 12 to 3 was the meeting at exactly 3:01, we are adjourned and I am leaving and on to the next thing. And that would infuriate the ladies so much because sometimes they just wanted to stick around. And I know that that would infuriate them. I know that, well, they wanted to stay all day and hang out. And that's why I couldn't do it in my house anymore because when people, we would have the meetings at my place, they would never leave. That's why we started doing it outside of the home, like in a coffee shop or somewhere in a diner or a bakery, some little spot where you or out in a park where you could, 12 to 3, we're done, we gotta go. I don't know how to just relax. I don't know how to just, even when I have like family events and all, I'll think to myself, I got so many other things to do, and I have such a long list, but, I'm going to set aside like 2 hours to go. I don't know how to just let go. So that's going to be my goal. I really want to learn to just unwind and relax. And that I think will also benefit my stress levels, and I think it will benefit my blood pressure going back down to where it should be. And yeah, that is my goals for this year. For the 2020, I would definitely love to hear what you guys got planned. I mean, do you guys do anything anymore? Do you guys, I mean, I don't even know if people do resolutions anymore but I know they're very much, they choose a word for the day, for the year, they choose a goal, just things like that. Do you guys have anything special like that you want to do? Or what do you guys do for your 2020? I would love to hear that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, that's my daughter in the background all the time. Anyway, have a wonderful day, you guys. Bye-bye.